Let's talk about the most common mistakes that companies make when hiring salespeople. So the first one is they insist on industry experience instead of looking at sales abilities. Now, I understand some companies might have no resources in the city where you're hiring, so you need somebody to hit the ground running. But I'm going to ask you to consider that within your company you have a lot of subject matter experts. But what you should be, who can teach this salesperson, what you should be looking for are sales ability. The person is able to sell value, is able to build a territory, or hit the key KPIs that are important to you, irrespective of the territory. So don't get stuck on the industry. That's the first thing. The second thing is you're not defining what success looks like. Too many people hire a great salesperson and they're onboarding, not just the onboarding, but also setting them up to say, these are the milestones I need you to hit in the first 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, 12 months, and setting the table for success with that salesperson. So they know from the get-go what it's going to take to be a successful salesperson in your organization. The third thing I see is taking way too long to hire, and there are just too many steps. Good salespeople have other choices. I'm not saying rush the process, but is there a way that you can maybe put two people together instead of having 4 steps? Make it shorter, get the feedback to the candidate faster. Those things make an impression on how they're going to work with you once they get hired. And sometimes I also hear managers overselling the role. It's much more important that you give them the good, the bad, and the ugly about the role, because when they come into the role, they know exactly what to expect. You can't say, we'll figure out the comp plan later. The territory kind of looks like this. This is how you're going to make money. You need to have that down pat before you hire the person. And the other thing is confusing a talker with a seller. What you need to do as an employer is in your interview, you need to talk about what KPIs, how were they managed, what's the average sales cycle, what's the average sales, how did they build their territories. You need answers to those questions. If you can't get those questions answered in an interview, then maybe you have the wrong person in front of you. So don't confuse a talker with a great seller. I'm Dawn Williams. I can be reached on LinkedIn. Happy selling.